And of course, it is my pleasure to welcome a legend into 1960 Union Avenue, zip code 38104, Action News 5, the head coach of the Arkansas Razorbacks men's basketball team, John Calipari. Coach, what's up, man?
You're a good man. You're building me up too much. You're a good man.
Coach, first of all, before we do anything or say anything, I want to, as a Memphian, as a Memphis Tiger, who grew up a huge Memphis basketball fan, that's the only reason I wanted to play football at Memphis, because I was a huge basketball fan. Thank you for everything you did for this program. No, seriously, man. Thank you for everything you did for this program, because we were in a bad state before you got here, man. So thank you for everything.
We had the pyramid rolling. We had, you know what, though? And I say this all the time. Part of the reason I knew the history of this basketball program, so I figured we can get it back. I also knew the history of the town, and I wanted my children to grow up in an environment that was diverse, intertwined. There are not many cities like this that are intertwined with diversity, and have them grow up in an environment. This is real. This isn't living on a country club. This is, I don't care what happened for me. These are my children. And you know what? They've grown up to be pretty good kids, caring kids, charitable kids because of that.
And even just speaking about the city, you've done so many great things for the city while you were here, and even while you haven't been here. You're here, hoots for St. Jude Tip Off Classic, man. You're bringing your Arkansas Razorbacks in here, whom I love, because I had three guys from Fairleigh, my good guys, Dwight Stewart, Corey Beck, Elmer Martin, won a championship for Arkansas.
Yeah, they were just, you saw the picture? They were just in town.
Big Side was in the Hall of Fame. Yes,
They got him in the Hall of Fame, and they talked to my team. Unbelievable message. Their banner's up, and then I got an empty banner up. Let's go get one more. So we got their banner, and then my players are like, why is that banner up there with nothing on it? You know why it's up there with nothing on it. But no, look, Arkansas was a rival when I was here, if you remember.
Yeah, of course.
And we had some great battles with Coach Richardson. Now, he comes to my practice a couple days a week, and I love seeing him. He's the greatest. He's talked to my team a bunch. But what we're doing to come here, one was St. Jude. And then I love the fact that St. Jude honored Fred Smith.
Yes.
Could you imagine this city without FedEx? And it almost went to Little Rock.
Yeah. Don't remind me, Coach.
You were this play. And then St. Jude is the other pillar, which is nationally, worldwide known in what they do. So we get a chance to help the hospital, help the kids. And then Penny and I are going around the city. We're going to recognize some of the good stuff and be able to put that on ESPN. So nationally, because the only thing you're hearing right now is if anything happens. Look, this city, from when I was here, everybody came together. And I'll mention names, and I shouldn't, because you know, from Billy Donovan to Willard Sparks to John Stokes, I can go on naming names. Everybody, Tom Garrett, they all came together to say, how do we do this and do it right? Fred Smith and Dave Bronzak, we all came together. They gave the kids summer internships. They did stuff. If there's an issue in this city, come together. It'll be solved. I don't care what it is. For them to be able to do what they did to get that program where you're saying, oh my gosh. And here's the issue. 20-year-olds and 25-year-olds have no idea what would happen then. They were 5. They were, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now it's those 40-year-old, 50-year-olds that need to tell them that. And let's go play this game and have a ball. We're going to win, lose. This is about learning about our team, giving back. 35 of my players are coming back. You get a chance to honor those kids that come back that were a part of doing what they did, representing the city of Memphis, the University of Memphis, the way they did. Get a chance to say thank you.
And I still have to ask you, Coach, because I want to know, because there's a lot of things you can do and a lot of things I'm pretty sure you turn down, but why is St. Jude so important to you and what they do? Because we know what they do, but why is it so important to you? Because you can put your name and face and energy towards anything else.
Well, let me just tell you, I was there, and you see the children. I'll be honest, I can't even watch the commercials. I got to turn the commercial. I know what it is, and you're going to get emotional because they're saving children's lives and families. If you have children and your child gets sick, you know what that means. And they're there every day saving lives, and I was here. But I also know the impact on this city. And think about this city without FedEx and without St. Jude. Well, wait a minute. So for us to get back and do the things that we're doing, I'm saying, Greg Gaston today says to me, well, what if they boo you? You don't think I've ever been booed? I've been booed. Just don't boo my wife. Yeah. Ellen won't travel much. She'll go to the NCAA tournament and stuff, but she's coming to this game. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I'm excited why I'm here today. You know, have people, let's go. Let's build this up to something special, because the beneficiary is St. Jude. But it also recognizes players and people that were involved back then that did it. And then my last thing to everybody, who's the next wave of people in this community that are going to say whatever the issue is, we're solving. And we demand it be solved. And we're coming together with government. We're going to do whatever you say the issue is, solve it. Don't complain about it. Solve it. This city, when they come together, can do that. No question. I've lived it. I've seen it.
Now, Coach, you're talking about booing, man. You do realize, I'm be honest. See, when you first left, me being a Memphian, see, the hate can be, it's like a twin that hurt. It really ain't hate, it's just hurt. So a lot of us were hurt because I'm sitting here, I'm like, there's no way Coach Cal gonna leave, man. Memphis, we finna be like John Wooden in UCLA, then you was up out of here. So all of our feelings were hurt. So it really ain't hate, Coach.
So let me just say this. It was Kentucky.
Yeah, say no more.
But the people in Memphis could not, we're a better program than Kentucky, you know, and they looked at it. But what made me happy is we built that pride, the chest out. So that's what Memphis should be. Whether I'm here or not, it is we or Memphis. We have issues, we solve them. We have St. Jude and the children, we're going to come together. This might have been one of the most charitable places I've ever worked. No one ever told me no. Like, I had to go can you buy 1,000 tickets? Can you do, you know, not one person ever said no. We had locker room with Walter Edge and Rob Preston, and we were like, Jackie Boy, I need to have a new locker room. All right. I always tease R.C. Johnson, who was here. He never told me no. He just would say, but I don't have any money for you, so yeah, you can go do it, but you're going to go get the money. No one ever told us no. And that's what tells me in what we're doing, come out. Just come out and understand you're honoring those players, you're honoring St. Jude, you're honoring Fred Smith. His name is on the court. A lot of good stuff. And me coming back, look, I come back, but when I come back, like what I'm going to do today, I don't sightsee. Yeah. I come back and see friends and family and widows. And so I'm like, you know, Billy Donovan. His granddaughter was in my office the day before I left. Think about it. Billy was huge for us. And I hate that I started talking names because now I'll leave
some people
names
out.
out
Exactly.
And it disappoints me when I do that because I, you know, want to remember everybody. But no, this is going to be fun.
Now, talking about your former players, Memphis Tigers, what I've always admired about you, because me playing college football, NFL football, but specifically college, I know every coach can't connect with inner city young men, but you've done that, man. You masked, and you come over to Memphis and done it. You did it in Kentucky. What is the key to that, man? Because when I'm talking to Billy and them and Jeremy and them, they talk about how much you've been for them.
They weren't that way when I was coaching them. Hey, Derrick Rose, who I love, he'll tell me anytime he sees me, you know, I love you, Coach. I go to a game in Chicago. He's sitting with me, and his friends are by him, and they say, you know, he used to call you the devil. You know he called you the devil. Chris Douglas, Ken Bennett's telling me the story. He's with his mom, and he said, what did Chris think of Coach? Oh, loved him, admired him, right. Now, when he first got there, he said, no one ever talked to me that way, you know, and stuff like that. But they want you to keep it real, just not with them. But here's what I think, and if you treat people with respect, that you challenge them, but you can only do that stuff if you care. And so it's got to be authentic. You can't fake caring. And I've always said I'm going to try to out-care every coach. If I outcare them, you'll watch my team and say, man, they play hard. We don't play perfect. We don't make every shot. We don't get every kid we're trying to get. But they play hard because they're looking and they know you care. Going to Kentucky last year, you know how hard that was to even get the team? But they came and they cared enough about me at that point, and DJ and the guys that were there the year before, they cared enough about them to say, we're going to really play. Adu and Z, and they played well.
You think you'll feel the same way coming to FedEx Forum, coaching against the Memphis Tigers for the first time?
Yeah, it's great it's an exhibition game because both Penny and I, all we're trying to do is get our teams ready for the season. So we want to have a great contest. Like to win it, but we don't. We move on because it's an exhibition game. But it's all the other stuff that we can teach our players from this. My players, I want them to see those 40 guys that come back. I want to have a team breakfast where we're all together that they say, he's still connected with guys. 30 years later, I'm still, the thing that's a problem, I've got 7 players of mine, their fathers played for me. I've had 7, and 1 brother played for me. I don't want to deal with anybody's grandkids. You know what I mean? I don't want to go that far.
Yeah.
But it makes you feel good because and I was hard. I mean, anybody sat near that bench knew if you ever came into practice, I did swear a little bit back then. As I got older, I don't do that as much. But I also was aggressive, but they knew the guy cares. You can do whatever, however and it's whether you're a teacher, whatever you're doing, you can be hard. You can be demanding. You demand a lot, you get a lot. If you accept mediocrity, you're getting that every time. And so you challenge them they're not comfortable. Well, my job is to make them uncomfortable. Now, their job is to get comfortable being uncomfortable, which means now there's growth. So, no, I've been blessed. Mothers and fathers have entrusted me with their sons, and hopefully I've done right.
And talking about that, 2 more questions. You poured into so many players and so many people during the course of your coaching career. You've had your hands on so many great, talented players and people. Who has, challenged you the most or made you a better coach if it's just been one person since you've been coaching that challenged you the most and be like, you know what, I really learned something from my interactions with this young fella?
Well, I'm going to tell you that my regrets are always that something I said, why did I say that? You know, and how where I'm really I went too far. And so in most cases, those are those situations where you learn. After a loss now at this age, I don't say much. We had it rolling last year. And we went to South Carolina, who was 1 in 100, and they beat our brains in. We were down 30 at half. It was like 40 at one point. I walk in. Now, in the past, I would have thrown stuff and gone crazy. And I said, that was not my team that just played. I'm burning the tape. I'm not watching that tape. Let's get on the bus and let's get out of here and move on. Well, when I was 35, even when I was here, that's not quite what I'd have done. So you learn from those experiences more than just from one guy. And the biggest thing that you learn, I could have thrown some kids under the bus, and I stuck with them. Even if at times it made me look like, well, he lets anything, you know. Like but you don't understand the background. You don't understand what the kid was dealt with. You don't understand all the stuff that surrounds this. I do. And then you give them a little room, and you give them a little, and then you finally, no more room. This is it. And the kid all of a sudden change, and he changes for the good, and you look and say, thank goodness that I didn't just throw him to the curb, that I gave him that second and third chance.
And lastly, Coach, what do you like about Penny? I'm pretty sure you've seen him grow as a coach. She's been at Memphis. Of course, we know he was a great player. What do you like about Penny, how he's evolved as a coach and his squads, and can we even expect, Arkansas and Memphis? Because I used to love the Todd Day coming to play Penny in the Pyramid. I was there. Football, I had to have front seats. I mean, how can we, look forward to that?
That may happen. Let's see how this stuff goes. But here's with Penny, unbelievable demeanor as a coach. So he knows how he wanted to be coached. Great demeanor. They play an aggressive style. They're going to scramble the game up. They're going to take you out of stuff you want to do. I think he's done a terrific job. This is a hard job. I'll be honest, the job I have is hard. They're all hard. And every coach has his own personality. So think about this. It's like the duck moving like this, but under the water, he's like that, right? He's going crazy. Well, that's what I would say with Penny and how he coaches. He's like that, and his team is like that, which is kind of unique.
Now, lastly, Coach, you get the last word. Anything you want to add, man?
Come to the game, have some fun, honor St. Jude, honor Fred Smith, honor the former players. You can boo me, and cheer for my wife. Let her know you appreciate it.
No doubt about it. Coach Calipari, Coach Cal, the legend. Coach, thank you so much for
Appreciate
joining
it.
us, man.
Thanks.
Yes, sir.